Clay Doolin from Doolin Guide Service in Branson, Missouri. Hopefully this will be one of many videos to come, a weekly or bi-weekly multi-species Branson area fishing report. Mostly bull shoals and Lake Taneycomo, but with a little table rock mixed in as well. It'll pertain to multi-species, bass, walleye, and crappie, but mostly bass. Unless it's like, walleye or crappie season. And then, of course, we'll give you the updates. But so far, this is what we've got going this summer. Lake Taneycomo has been fishing better than it has in previous years. The lake level has been held stable except for one bad storm throughout the summer. But the August fishing report so far is that you won't catch many, but the ones you catch are going to be big. How I'm catching them on Lake Taneycomo right now is a couple of different ways. But primarily, it's going to be a Texas rig and a jig up against shallow wood, docks, and grass beds. Not all the grass beds seem to be working right now. The healthiest grass that you can find in 4 to 5 feet of water works really good with a Texas rig and a creature bait or a tube. The dock fishing bite seems to be pretty good on Taneycomo right now. There's not a lot of bass on the docks right now, but the ones that you get are fairly substantial. I ended up with a almost 10 pounder not very long ago. I had another one over 8 last week, and today I had several fish over 3 pounds and one that was right near 6. So the big bass are doing their thing, but you've got to earn them. It's going to be tough to go get numbers, but the size is definitely here on Lake Taneycomo for sure. Now, that being said, Bull Shoals has got the numbers going right now, and the size, but the bite is going to be topwater related early morning. Once that sun comes up, it's going to be hard. That's just the way it is. Once you get to 10:30, 11 o'clock, if you're lucky and the Army Corps is generating water, you can catch them throughout the day. But if they're not generating water, it's going to be difficult. Most of the fish are coming up to surface in 30 to 40 feet of water on secondary points is what I'm finding, not main lake points. The main lake points do have some fish, and that's where you should probably go to after those fish have come up and hit topwater baits. I'm mostly throwing a Strike King Sexy Dog Jr. and a Zara Spook. That seems to be what I'm throwing. The colors don't really matter. They're just coming up, and you'll find them provided that you're putting in the work and putting in the time to go find out the right secondary points. Those secondary points are usually pea gravel. They're not chunk rock or anything. It's mostly tapered out pea gravel points, and then they'll come up surfacing in about 30 to 40 feet of water. Once the topwater bite is done, big worm, Sioux mold monster, green pumpkin blue, purple, that plum color everybody likes. Fish it deep, 30, 40 feet. If you can find brush piles on those points, that's where they'll stack up at. The numbers are definitely going to be caught on topwater, and the size seems to be caught later on after the topwater bite disappears, and now you can start dragging the bottom where you saw those topwater fish, or maybe on the primary points leading into the main lake rather than the secondary points. Table Rock has had a decent topwater bite, but overall not tremendous. I know guys have been going out there and catching a lot of fish drop shotting out pretty deep, 40, 50 feet. The size really hasn't been there, but once again, 10:30, 11 o'clock comes, it's not really a good bite after 10:30 or 11 o'clock. It's going to be your best bite early morning. The nighttime tournaments are going on, and good weights being caught at night as well. So that's your Table Rock, Taneycomo, Bull Shoals fishing report from Branson, Missouri. If you guys are coming to Branson and want to get out fishing, give me a ring, 417-332-5873. And if you're looking for a place to stay at Tanglewood Lodge, right on Taneycomo here. It's right behind me, just up the way. They're fantastic people. You can't get a better room. You can't get a better price. you can't get better hospitality, and you can't get better big bass fishing than you can right here on Lake Taneycomo. And you're also really close, like 6-7 miles away from K-Dock Marina on Bull Shoals Lake, and you're maybe 8 or 9 miles the other direction to Moonshine Beach on Table Rock Lake. Take your pick. You have a party and have a party time out on Table Rock and go catch a bunch of fish out in 40-50 feet of water, drop shotting, or you can come to Taneycomo, you can catch some trout. Lots of trout here in Taneycomo, and I don't even need to give you a report on that. The trout are always eaten here, and I mean always. Just a black hair jig, and you're gonna have a great time, especially if you find the right current. Bull Shoals Lake, pristine. One of the few lakes in the lower portion of the United States that you can actually feel alone, and it's my favorite body of water. Like I said, if you're coming down, give me a ring. Hope to talk to you guys soon.